Goblin fanatics, welcome to yet another episode in the installment of Drunkies and Dragons. Here we are with our beloved Goblin gang, and we are here to continue the adventure, so thank you for joining us. Just as a quick reminder, or if this is the first time you're joining us, this is our iteration of Dungeons and Dragons. But our fun spin on it is that there's a lot of drinking involved, because why not? We're all working from home anyways. So we are going to go ahead and do a quick recap of the last episode, and then we'll kind of do some brief introductions as well as what we're drinking. So real quick, last week, we last met with our gang right after they returned to the Bird Cruncher village. They were welcomed with open arms by their fellow goblins, but met with skepticism by the village shaman, Mama Knobslob, who was a little skeptical as to how they came back basically unharmed, or not unharmed, but not dead. Every goblin, yeah, exactly. Every goblin that had left before them to try to battle an ogre, just never could do it successfully. After they had convinced her that they did indeed kill Papa CockRot and his daughter Chunk, she's like, all right, fine, cool, welcome to the village, and Poog, welcome to your new position as chieftain, and the goblins were super stoked that they finally had some heroes to look up to. However, after an embarrassing battle with the chieftain's throne, which, if you recall, Poog could not quite fit in very well at first, Poog actually saves face by breaking a 1,000-year tradition and setting their beloved throne on fire, thus creating a great fire spectacle for the goblins to enjoy. And he actually demanded that the village build him a lazy boy from which he could conduct his negotiations. So anytime we see Poog, speak to leaders from other villages, he's basically just going to be laying out kind of like a big old mermaid, ordering deaths and pizza and whatnot. And then finally, the village is awoken the next day by a really frantic message from Mama Knobslob, who basically lets them know that the village has exceeded its very strict capacity of 69 goblins. There are now 70 goblins, and unfortunately what that means is one must be cast out. If not, a plague, some genital-eating vultures, and an acid rain will follow. So it's safe to just kind of kick someone out real quick right now. There was no shortage of drama that followed that. There was a lot of backstabbing, a lot of plans going behind other goblins' backs. But it was decided that the way that we are going to officially see who gets cast out is by a talent show. If you recall Mogmerch's performance, it wasn't so well received, so we're all just going to mercifully consider that a rehearsal, and we're actually just going to start the talent show over. So with that being said, that is where we find our goblins as they stand. We are about to start a talent show to the death, featuring your beloved goblins, and whoever wins basically gets to stay, gets a prize, and then the person with the lowest score is going to be cast out. And depending how bad they are, they may get thrown off a cliff. We'll see.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so,
I remember now.
Okay.
All right, cool. Well, we should let's go around and introduce ourselves first, because pretty much at the end of the day, we're a goblin gang, fuck shit up, and we're about to do a talent show. All right, just I am Mogmerch, actually. I'm a little 10-year-old goblin kid. I be throwing bombs, and I be taking one for the team almost every time. But I'm kind of out here with the fights. Okay, kind of out here with the fights. Today I'm drinking out of my wolf chalice. Wait, trash stream. But yeah, my wolf chalice, and I am drinking Middle Earth Ale.
Nice. I go by the name of Shufford Lickwood. I fought in the Goblin Wars of 1976. And now and then I like to get lit off this here Monster and Vodka. And I keep a knife on me just in case I gotta stick some. Nice to meet you.
I think most people who drink Monster have a knife on them, though. So
You're always sure about that.
Poog?
Ah, yes. Hi. My name is Poog, but I'm not doing Drunkies and Dragons. I am running the magnificent Poog Town. And sometimes Poog Town can get a little bit stressful. On those stressful days, I like to sit back in my lazy boy throne and have a little bit of Jim Beam, the finest bourbon in the goblins of Poog Town. Jim Beam. Stay slimy, my friends.
Did you plan that?
Stay slimy.
Fantastic.
All right, Mr. Jade.
Well done, good sir.
Who's
Well
there?
done.
Who this?
All right, so I'm back as Rita and transitioning from Rito. And transitioning, I have a cute little dick sword that I like to deep throat people with. I can sing at any given moment. And I am ready to fuck shit up for this talent show.
And what you drinking?
Oh, okay, that's right. Same old Casamigos Blanco.
Okay, I look freshly opened.
Nice and chilled.
Just open and
Right.
chill. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Boom.
Beautiful. And I will be your humble game master. We also have our lovely dice god, aka Khadeem, on the game with us today. I'm drinking just a good old vodka soda out of my horn chalice.
I remember the horn.
Magnificent.
Yeah.
God, that shit
Thank
is
you.
magnificent.
What's the drink? What's the drink again?
A little vodka soda. You know, it's Thursday. It's still in the middle of the day. Trying to keep it classy. Yeah.
Okay, is that a White Claw? Just out of its can, or?
Absolutely not.
Okay, I was just.
Vodka soda is vodka and soda in a cup.
I just didn't know if you were trying to doctor it up. Like I poured it out. Now it's just like a vodka.
Now I'm calling it
like,
what
no,
it
it's just a White
It
Claw.
was a White Claw.
It's a White Claw.
It was a White Claw, but now it's vodka soda.
That's a freelance White Claw. All right, where are we going first, Miss Jade?
Okay, so first of all, we are going to start off our adventure with a good old chug. You don't really have to chug, but take a nice, generous sip from the beverages. Get nice and refreshed.
There you go. There you go.
Stings. I'm
That
officially.
first one's the best one.
It always is. Okay, so just a quick reminder of the rules of the talent show. There are 3 judges, one of which is Poog, the second of which is Mama Knobslob, and of course the third is her beloved Boil Bean. And as we recall, she adopted this poor goblin, and it's become like a son to her. So he's kind of like the wild card. Basically, after all of you perform, or after each performance.
Wait. So we just go bypass how I rescued Boil Bean, and now we tighter than pants on a white man. Like we just not go. Wow, that's what we do. We just go. All right.
Well, just brevity's sake, but you know what? No, please, you're right. It's a noteworthy. It was very charitable of you. You smuggling him in, and I believe it was in one of your back rolls. He was.
It was a side roll first and foremost. You know I have back issues. Side roll, that way if I lean over, it just rolls me back onto my feet. That way he's protected. On the back, he may not be able to breathe, and I might not be able to get up for a while. So, put nothing in a back roll. That's just common goblin anatomy. Like, come on. I'm not gonna say nothing. No, I'm just a little flustered. That's all.
No, you're
I'm ready for some
thoughtful,
talent.
very thoughtful, generous leader. Thank you. And so, basically, Poog is going to give a score of 1 to 10. We're going to roll for the scores that Knobslob and Boil Bean give, but Poog ultimately has the final say in the entire competition. The top 2 finalists will actually have a round at the end, and I'll let you know what that is when we get to it, but just be prepared to be funny. All right, so without further ado, if you recall the last show, we actually rolled for the order, which I have written down here. So, Mogmerch, you are first up. And let's remember, we're actually in the main stage of the village. And to the goblins, it's actually very well put together. It's like an actual legit stage. And yeah, there's a lot of like sticks and dead animals everywhere, but they have these lights they got from somewhere. So this is like America's Got Talent quality to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Goblins Got Talent. This is the show where we find out who is going to be the top goblin here in Poog Town. I am your host, Bumpy McGee, and we have a roster of talent here today. We have the Slice and Dicer, Mr. Chuffy, coming with some kind of talent, we're not sure. We have the Small Tyrant, Mog Merch, here today. He may have had a little bit of stumbles during the auditions, but he is here to be able to take the crown. And then we have the shy but powerful Rita. Here today, we're not sure what she's going to do, but we know once she opens her mouth and those melodies come out, they are to die for. And then, of course, we have our judges. We have that old bitch that just can't get shit right. Then we also have Boil Bean, and of course, the king of Poog Town, Poog himself. And now we're going to get started with Goblins Got Talent.
I've never seen a judge also do the announcements for himself. That's interesting.
Right?
That's talent in and of itself. I respect that.
And that's why he's the judge.
All right. So in order to kick this talent show off with a little bit of courage, everybody go ahead and take a little sippy sip.
That's what I was thinking.
Beverage.
Because I'm nervous.
Nervous.
Yeah.
This is a talent that I only take out in emergencies.
All right. And first up, we have Mog Merch, the 10-year-old boy wonder. Let's see what that little rubbery body can do.
All right. So I roll for this?
Well, you go ahead and tell me what you're going to do first.
What is your talent, Mog Merch?
Today I will be twerking on a unicycle.
Interesting.
Twerking on a unicycle.
Okay, then.
Why don't you just go ahead and just go ahead and do that
roll for
us.
balance.
No. You tell us how you like. You do it. Just do it.
You can let us know what music selection you will be choosing today for your unicycle twerk.
Yes.
Also, really quick, I'm sorry. I hear Pat talking, but I'm pretty sure Mog Merch is the one that's supposed to be performing. So we can get Mog Merch on stage. I don't know who this is.
Yeah. I think he's in the back doing cocaine. 1 second. It's Goblin. It's synthetic cocaine. All right, come on out here, Mog Merch. What's up, guys? Sorry, I was doing some H. So today I will be twerking on a unicycle. It's gonna be from my favorite band, the City Goblins. Those two ratchet bitch goblins. And yes, I want to have their new single, Make It Vulgar, the slimy edition, not the radio edit, please. And yes, I will be twerking on a unicycle.
He's chosen to go with the non-edited version, a very risky but also could lead to a victory here. It seems that Poog is quite impressed that he's going with the explicit version. Let's see. You can twerk.
Gotta limber up. All right. So do I roll for confidence?
No. I'll take care of the rolling. You actually have to do it first, though.
Oh no.
You're not gonna do it?
I'm sorry. I thought this was a fantasy game.
You've been playing for how long now, Pat? Why don't you just go ahead and show us? The audience can fill it in with their imagination, but we're gonna need some bones to work with. So why don't you
I was under the impression that we were rolling the D12. I do not have a unicycle or the skills to twerk. Or my bad. My client.
You gotta paint us a picture. This is Goblins Got Talent. You're on stage. Tell us, what the unicycle look like? What are you wearing when you
twerk?
There you go. All day. I thought you wanted me to balance on something and twerk for you guys.
You should do that.
Yeah. My client doesn't do that shit. But now that I got all that out the way, I'll bring him back in. All right. Yeah, I heard some bullshit, but never mind. So what I'm gonna do is I got this unicycle back in college. Niggas was living wild. I practiced it. I got really, really good on the unicycle. But then at the end of the day, I couldn't get hired anywhere because they were like, nigga, you have a unicycle. So I just had to I had to add some spice, and I learned how to twerk. So yes, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off with just a real slow cycle. You know what I mean? But that's like the wind. That's the intro of the song. That's when the snares are happening, and the Jamaican dude is talking shit. He hasn't really sang yet, and it's just like a very slow circle. I'm just winding, and then that's when the beat comes in, the city goblins come in, and then it's just the unicycle bounces, the booty of merch bounces. It's just going everywhere, left, right, cheeks everywhere, double cheeked up, as Teddy Ray would say. There's explosions. I added some pyrotechnics. I have some little small goblins with some cake. They come out and they do backup dances. Is this a picture of me? Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's a unicycle, and just picture me with just all the dump truck, all the diaper, all the wagon, all the cake, okay? Just all of that, just flinging left and right, up and down, all around. I go up to the judges' table, jump on top, real, it's a gimmick, but it works. Popping, crowds going crazy. And then I throw a bomb on the floor, it explodes, extra fireworks, boom, ending pose.
But the song though, how does the song go that you say? Because I see the visual, but I need to hear the song so I can put it all together.
It's just your typical ratchet goblin shit, you know.
There it is.
This right now because it's right on top of Pat. I need this image forever.
See, now you guys see the vision. You guys thought it was ridiculous before. Tell me you wouldn't watch 3.5 minutes of that with a fire track.
This a little green pimply ass, bubbly ass.
It's hard to watch big asses, so I got you. Like, Pat, I get it.
No, for real though. I'm saying I feel like I surprised a couple people.
Okay, so as it turns out, Mongmerch, as we know, is naturally very bouncy anyway. So we don't really need to roll for his twerking abilities because it's a given that with his weird rubbery stature, that ass is just shaken into next year.
That's right, Khadeem.
Without question. However, there are still a couple of variables here that we can and absolutely should roll for. So I'm going to go ahead and do a charisma check because
charisma, you know I have that.
Okay, yeah, but then you described that there's a lot of ladies coming out and there's like a whole lot of stuff going on. So we're just going to make sure that the song actually went through performance, that you were actually not just focusing on your ass, but you were bringing it. We need to make sure you had face, you had body language, you had attitude. There's so much more than ass, you know, in these performances. So Dice God's rolling us a D20 charisma check. Oh, okay. Okay.
So that means, like, you know, that ass was bouncing, but not everybody in the room was feeling it. But
you need to make sure you had like the overall swagger to accompany it. You know what I mean? This is America's Got Talent, not Goblins Got Ass. And if it was, you would have won. But with that being said,
what are you talking about? I was on a unicycle. That's talent.
Yeah, but then
we need some
you're focusing so much. You don't know, like you could be doing the unicycle, but then you could just be focusing so hard that the only thing shaking is your ass, and then everything else is kind of like
twerking on a unicycle. Did you guys not see the vision?
So Jade, if you could please, could you let us know what Mama Knobslav thinks of Mog?
Are you guys?
So wait, but with the previous roll and then your modifier, you actually, you know what? You are a star in the making. As a matter of fact, like people were crying tears of just happiness after seeing that little baby ass bounce all over the stage, make them so proud to be a part of Poogtown Tribe. So that's not.
I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, guys.
So, Poog, why don't you be the first to, on a score of 1 to 10, what do you give our beloved child worker?
Remember that thing she said last about, you know, everybody loving my shit, but just remember, it's a perfect merge between modern entertainment, twerking, and classic skill, which is unicycle.
Classic skill.
That's very classic.
Here's the thing. I was feeling your dedication. Oh, I love it. I love it. Love the pyrotechnics about it. Feel the unicycle. It's like, why two when you could just have one? I love it. But
thank you, sir.
As it's been said, this is Goblins Got Talent. I want to know, like, where do you plan for that to go. Like, that's a great opener for a party, but I want to see you. I want to see you be great. I want to see you be so great. So,
It's a great visual. That is a great visual.
so
Thank you.
here's what I'm going to do. Because the people of Poogtown just loved it so much. Someone's stolen the unicycle already. Don't know who got it. I'm gonna give this an 8. This is an 8 for me. Not down with the whole twerking on the desk. You knocked over a little bit of my Jim Beam.
I was on a unicycle.
You cost us some Poog dollars, man. Okay, I'm trying to get Poog dollars going here, the currency and stuff like that. Jim Beam needs to make sure the currency is coming in, man. Okay, so gotta give you an 8.
It be your own people.
It was my own people who mutinied against me and was about to kill someone without me knowing.
That did happen.
Right.
For the greater good.
Yeah. So, Mama Knob Slob.
All right. So, Mama Knob Slob, actually, Dice God, are you able to easily transition to a D10?
Well, she got 2 less choices.
Yes, I am.
Cool. All right. So, Mama Knob Slob, she's deliberating.
What is that?
That's a new dice? Oh, whoa.
That's a D10, yes.
Does that mean there's 10 options instead of 12?
Correct.
Why does it look like it's a significantly
Uglier ass dice.
10,
I
10,
don't like that Mama Knob Slob got this dice. This look like some dark shit.
No, she got a trick dice. I'm telling you.
All right, so Mama Knob Slob, she's at the table and she's like, you know, twirling her weird, creepy fingers, and she's looking at you, looking you up and down, sizing you up. At one point, it looks like she's about to take a bite out of you, and then finally, she puts her creepy fingers down, and she's like, "Not bad, not bad. I'd like you to come by after the show. Maybe show me some of your twerking abilities. I'd like a lesson, or two. Okay. I give you an 8. I give you an 8. So you get an 8.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right.
This is the dark underbelly of these performances.
You
That's get real.
You decided to twerk. You should have saw that coming. Now you got to give her.
Hey, y'all remember that dude in American Idol that fucked Paula Abdul?
Good for her.
You remember that star with the long hair? He was like singing and stuff.
Oh.
And then it came out in the news that he fucked her. I was like, yo, you are a judge, ma'am. It's the most unprofessional shit ever.
Yeah, you don't hear about him no more. Like he don't make CDs anymore.
Woo! Good.
Yeah.
He, ruined his
All
own back. All right.
All right, and then our final wild card is Boil Bean. Boil Bean's kind of just been picking his nose and like licking the leg of the table this whole time, kind of looking up periodically.
We let be a judge.
Fireworks. So let's go ahead and roll. Yeah, let's go ahead and just see.
He has an opinion? He was
That's
licking.
Boil Bean got an opinion. Don't do that. Don't do that to Boil Bean, man.
Fuck Boil
All right.
Bean.
Boil Bean gave you a Congressman 5. Okay, that means you got potential to increase.
That's
Just not here.
That's exactly what Boil Bean's reasoning was. Okay, so we have 2 8s and a 5, and that brings us to a total of 21. All right, so that is the final score for Mog Merch. And next we have the sword, the shiv swinging Shuffy. Shuffy, please show us what you got.
21 ain't bad.
So I'm gonna define it first as Khleo, and we'll get into Shuffy. Here's what I would like to do. Now that we know that Mama Knob Slob likes to engage with said contestants, I'm gonna use that to my advantage.
I'm a child also, so.
That's a whole other argument that I'm not here for, because I ain't got nothing to do with me. I fought in the Goblin Wars of '78. I'm a grown ass man. But I do know that she prefers to engage with the contestants in these type of situations.
Yes,
I also know that Mama Knob Slob has the overall ability to persuade the crowd, if you will, because she is the lead head honcho of said village. They still follow her lead, even though Poog has been appointed in charge, they still gonna follow her because they're loyal to her. She's been here the longest. So it seemed like she needs some excitement in her life after she done saw some ass cheeks twerking. And what better way than to excite a woman by putting her in danger? So I would like to ask Mama Knob Slob to step up on the stage. And I'm going to strap her by her hands and feet to a wooden circle. I'm gonna take 10 steps to 15 steps in the opposite direction, blindfold myself, and then swing 5 knives and not hit her one time.
Hey, get that Renaissance bullshit out of here. What is that?
But I will make
1788?
sure, I will make sure that that last knife thrown lands directly between the legs of Mama Knob.
Right.
That's hard to aim for because she got a gut. So that thing can hang lower than the actual.
So are you gonna hit the bottom of the gut?
I'm gonna try to hit the bottom of the gut.
Bottom of the fupa. Fupa hit.
That's all the fupas out there. Moving on. Mama Knob Slob, you can step on stage, please.
All right, Mama Knob Slob is a little confused and slightly aroused, and she gets up from her judge's table and she like kind of waddles up and she's like, oh, what do we got here? I like interactive activities.
Damn, I need
All
to.
right. And so she's there and she's like, she's ready for you, Chuffy. She's ready. She's just shaking in anticipation and because she has slight palsy, but other than that, she's really excited.
I then begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one, blindfolded backwards. Yeah. There's the 5th. The crowd goes.
Wait, that was you throwing, you threw the daggers, right?
Yes, it
You
did.
threw them right now? It all happened so fast. Wow. Okay, so what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to roll a dexterity check.
I didn't say that it would be long. I just said you can get it as fast as possible.
Okay.
If you
Okay,
if you misroll, do you kill her?
Right. Like,
We're gonna find out where those daggers landed right now. So we're rolling for dexterity. Basically,
I told this nigga backstage to not do this. I told him backstage to not do this. This was a bad idea.
You out of there.
So this is what happened. How many knives total did you throw, Chuffy? 5. Okay, so basically it all happened so fast. The first 2 land perfectly, like bam, bam, right above her shoulders, and she's like, ugh! She gets tickled, and she's like, ah, that's right. And then the third one goes right above her head, and it actually pins. She has this cute little decorative goblin bow in her hair because she wanted to feel pretty for the day. You pinned her bow right to the little wooden thing behind her. 4 and 5 is where it gets a little tricky. So the 4th one, basically you're kind of teasing her of what's to come. So you aim it at just below her crotch, but it's like low enough where you could fit another dagger in there. So you hit the 4th one, but then the air that comes from it tickles her in her lady parts. And so she kind of like, she twitches a little. And the 5th one came so fast that your original aiming spot that you were trying to go for, her fupa kind of just waddled in the wind and was in the wrong place at the wrong time, or the right place at the right time, depending how you look at it.
She's into that. What if she's into that?
Bam.
Fupa stabs?
That, just the thinnest little bottom part of her fupa is just nailed right into the wood. There is a moment of silence and dread amongst not only the goblin audience, but amongst herself. And she just, her eyes get real big. And if you recall, one eye is quite larger than the other. So really she kind of looks like this. And she's looking down, and then she looks up, and then she looks down, and then she looks up and starts laughing hysterically because to her, this is the most excited she has felt in decades. And even though she's now profusely bleeding from her fupa, she says, it happens all the time. This thing drags everywhere. I can't even feel down there anymore. Thank you for making me feel young again, Chuffy. And so you go over and you take all your knives out. You give her a cute little and a little wink, and she just shudders in excitement, goes back down to the table. And congratulations, you did not kill her. In fact, she was quite smitten. So whatever we roll for her, we are going to add an automatic 3 points to it. But
That's how you
yeah.
take care of
Congratulations and all that bullshit. But my question is, how did he actually arouse her? And I'm the one that has to come and visit her afterwards. That makes no sense.
Okay, well, first of all, you're the one that assumes it's going to be sexual because you just happen to be kind of like the gigolo of the group.
Who said that? Wait, who said that?
Who said
that?
Been taking down goblin ass since like the first episode.
No one said you were, Bog Merch. We're saying you have tendencies that you know of a gigolo.
One time.
We're not slut shaming you. We're not.
One
We're,
time.
we're not even
Multiple
questioning,
times.
your lifestyle choices. We're just saying you know how to use your body and your sexuality, and that's great. But that's just not what's going on here.
I have value. I have value in this group. You guys don't bring up the damn armor pig that I blew up, do you? Or all the other times that I was out here bouncing against the floor, shooting bomb arrows and shit. Yo, you guys want to talk about the times I pulled out my balls, not when I pull out my bombs? I see how y'all are. Okay.
Can we talk about the time that you decided to go against everything I said as the ruler of Poogtown and decided to do a mutiny? Can we talk about that?
Can we talk about a shot?
Talk about the other time that you were going to.
Wait. A mutiny means going against you. I was trying to carry out your orders in a way that you could not. That's what a good right-hand man does.
You gave the second definition of mutiny and then tried to act like it's still not mutiny.
No, mutiny goes against the captain. That means we were planning against you.
What were you planning on doing? Because I didn't plan on killing her, and you did.
Yeah, because you want the vote. You need to be popular. I was going to get rid of all your problems in a way that you could not, making the hard decisions behind the scenes on the underbelly black market of this town that you call Poogtown.
Okay, on that note, this is getting intense. I think we all need to take a few
sips political warfare
of our little drinky poos, because this went from very lighthearted and sensual to very dramatic and sad. So
this is a House of Goblins episode now.
I wish I watched that show, but I understand the reference.
Game of Goblins.
There you go. That's what.
All right. So, Poog, why don't you go ahead and give us your score for Senor Chuffy?
This is Poog's proxy because Poog was kind of like tired out by the unicycle twerk, slime hitting his face and stuff like that.
It's a good show. That means it's a good show.
He enjoyed the show. He was like, I can't front. Like the whole fireworks and the girls bouncing up and down and him bouncing off of them and twerking. He was like, not a fan of the twerk, but the show was amazing.
I'm gonna judge the next one. Haha.
But here's the thing. Hey, you know what? I gotta be honest with you from what he's letting me know. Chuffy, your strategy was great for Mama Knob Slob, but it was not great for him. He actually wrote something down. He don't even know how to write, but he was able to write this for you. And he had just simply wrote ew and gave you a 3. Just because I think that you just kind of explains it all. Like I'm hoping you don't want details. I just feel like ew explains everything.
I'd want an explanation. I personally would.
So that wasn't impressive at all to Poog?
You did stab her.
I think what he had also said was what was impressive was that when her skirt came down and it all hung out, that the eyes of every goblin did not burn out of their sockets. He literally thought like he seen like some movie the humans got called Bird Box. He thought that's what we were in now. After that, like that's how it started. And so he was just turned off about it. He set his lazy boy up. Didn't even know that could do that.
To Poog's point, you did pretty much just turn on the woman involved. There were 2 other judges. So
you completely
put all your eggs in one basket.
I made sure to aim for who I thought would make the crowd cheer more, in which that would help both judges feel like that's the crowd favorite, and that would alter their judgment. But you win some, you lose some. I'll just take my what was the score?
Well, hold on. All right, so Dice God, let's go ahead and let's have the roll for Mama Knob Slob, and then I'll
still got the stupid guy too.
That.
Yeah, and Bullbean. Still gotta get Bullbean.
This is for who?
This is for Mama Knobslob.
All right.
The girl on the thing.
Wow.
Oh,
So
perfect.
already loved you. And then
Hey.
you got 3 on that. Wow. Look at you, you little stud. Okay.
Can he get a 13?
And then the camera pans in at Boilbean. Boilbean is now eating bugs off of someone's hair. So we'll see how much he was paying attention.
He's getting his nutrients in.
So apparently when that knife hit her fupa, his one kind of like non-insane goblin emotion arose, which was fear. And he's like, oh my God, my new mama, what the hell? But then when he saw that she was laughing and quite smitten, he's like, okay, that's cool. But you know what? Be careful with my mama. I think I smelled funny business. So he gives you a 6.
He also said ew as well. Let's not forget that.
So, all right, and that gives us a total of, let's see, 6 plus 10 plus 6, that's 22, right?
He's just hating. I don't like that guy.
All right, so last but certainly not least, we have the lovely, the beautiful, stuttery Rita, and she is going to be our last performance of the evening. So everybody, get ready for Rita.
What's up, y'all? I think we should take a shot before I explain what I'm about to kill shit with.
I like her already. She already at a 4 for me.
To kill shit with.
It's drunk. That's a good strategy.
All right, so what I want to do is create a masterpiece. So we know Mama Knobslob, she has not been aroused in a while. So I'm going to take my dick sword and paint a masterpiece on stage.
Paint it with a dick.
Paint it with the dick. So this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get her involved with this. So I'm going to make her kind of gargle some paint. And then I'm going to take my dick sword, put it in her mouth, make her earn the name Mama Knobslob, put it around her lips, make eye contact, a lot of it. And then guess what I'm going to do? I'm slap her with it. And then I'm going to go back on stage and I'm going to create a masterpiece of fire and destruction that us goblins represent. That's what I'm going to do.
Wow. Hold on. I'm just drinking all of that in. And so is Knobslob, apparently.
Is that for the viewers? Is that for you? Like, this seems very, very specific and.
It was very specific. I feel like Mama Knobslob needs to wake up. And I'm not trying to go home. So I need Mama Knobslob to give me a 10.
All right. Okay, so.
But you know that the other 2 people could find it horrific and still outscore you and give you 0.
Well, here we go.
I did not think about that.
That's what Khleo did. He went to that one judge and the other 2 judges didn't like him.
Well, hopefully that's not what happens.
We're gonna do
it. They didn't get no paint. They just got to kind of understand what Mama Knobslob is about.
I would like to see this.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and roll for intuition. We're gonna see if Rita's ideas worked. We're gonna see.
Did you say tuition?
Intuition.
We're rolling for intuition.
Yes, that is something you can roll for. That's the thing I can feel fits the closest to this particular special situation. So, Dice God, go ahead and
the numbers are really high.
And while we're rolling, we have a surprise talent show guest.
Oh, this is perfect.
This is a whole soap opera twist.
Wow.
Just when we thought that Jamie was born from Brody, we see Brody walk out into the audience and see who's on stage but an imposter of none other than himself.